Hi Leo, welcome to July 2021. This is your astrology tarot reading. So Leo, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for regular updates. Leo, this is a fascinating month for you because we have a beautiful conjunction happening in your sign between Mars and Venus. Now this is very important for you because it is in your sign, it's in your first house. This is something that can bring you a lot of forward momentum, a lot of boosted energy. You're going to feel really powerful with this, but it comes after a bit of trouble. I have to be honest, and this is the reason that a lot of these are kind of delayed, because for fixed sign people, sun, moon, or rising, there can be a little bit of upheaval going on for you. It could be something happening in your life, or it could just be something you're feeling internally. But there's this pressure, and it's pressure to grow because we have Uranus in the picture. So we have this opposition happening between Mars in your sign and Venus in your sign. Both of them are going to be opposing Saturn and squaring Uranus. So opposing Saturn in your relationship sector and squaring Uranus in your career sector. So the fixed sign energy is intense. For you, this is making you consider, Leo, what it is that you want professionally, particularly if you're feeling a bit stuck professionally. For some of you, it can be issues surrounding men in your life, issues surrounding the father. For some of you, it can be relationship trouble. But a lot of you are just feeling really pushed, and it can be that you're very busy. It can be that there's challenges to authority in general. It could be that you feel there's power struggles going on in some capacity, or you just feel really weighed under. You just feel really stuck. But this will be changed this month because we are going to go from having Venus and Mars in your sign, in your first house, in these oppositions and these squares, to both of them conjuncting each other and bringing you into this beautiful flow of self where you feel beautiful, but you feel inspired, you feel positive, you feel like you can do things that you didn't know you could do. And you're a naturally brave sign. Leo's bravery is commendable. You're naturally very brave, very positive. You light up a room. And when there's a lot of fixed tension going on, you can suddenly feel as though your light went out, or you don't feel like you're being seen the way that you should be, or you feel overlooked, or you feel in shadow from other people. Ooh. Interesting. 2 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. When this conjunction does come, Leo, it's going to be beautiful because it's going to make you very sure, which I think you needed to know, about what or who makes you happy. With the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, some of you are really in this mode with Saturn in Aquarius here of taking your relationships very seriously, taking your emotional investments very seriously, putting in the work to your partnerships, trying to be a better partner, trying to work on your relationships. And with the 10 of Cups and the Queen of Cups, maybe that's with a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Maybe it's not. But with the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, for sure, Leo, this month you're thinking about the long term. You're thinking what you want long term. You're thinking who you want long term. And it's interesting as well because we're going to have 2 consecutive full moons in your partnership sector, which means that there's going to be a change in your relationship life. This could be, for some of you, engagements. This could be marriage. This could be a long-term relationship. This could be leaving a relationship that hasn't worked for quite some time. This could be any number of things, but it comes into the 4, Leo, of having your relationship life impacted. Wow, 10 of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Some of you this month are finding extreme emotional satisfaction or extreme material satisfaction, job satisfaction, but it is coming. That conjunction is good for you. It's in your sign. Blessed, very blessed. I've seen people experience a Venus-Mars conjunction in their sign just before they got something they really wanted, And I'm talking sun sign. It can be rising sign too, but it can be either or, Maybe even your Leo moon is being lit up by this beautiful, beautiful energy. Now, there is some other stuff going on though for you, I have to say. It's your 12th house season, so you could be feeling kind of tired. You could be feeling kind of emotional, maybe a bit more emotional than usual. You could be feeling you could be feeling just a little bit run down, a little bit lethargic. Four of Swords, yeah, you could be feeling tired. Don't know if you can remember, but this is the card where the knight is lying on a bed and he looks like he's dead, but he's not. He's just resting. It's a 4. It's about resting so you've more solid foundations to play with. 7 of Pentacles in the middle. Let me just move this. 7 of Cups, the High Priestess. And the 6 of Cups, beautiful. Okay. This is nice. And underneath, the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, Leo. What came after the 6 of Cups? King of Cups. Okay, so water signs are putting themselves to the fore, and then we have Strength, which is you. So a lot of you right off the bat have a dynamic with a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But there seems to be a dynamic there. Okay, so what we have going on for you, Leo, is a bit emotional. So we have all the beautiful stuff we've just talked about with the conjunction, but for a lot of you with that High Priestess there, I think the 12th house season is something that's really going to make you reflective on the past. For some of you, reflecting on past mistakes, past endeavors that didn't work out, your history, particularly in relationships. I think for a lot of you, you're coming to terms with the fact that in some relationships or some decisions or some, experience that you've gone through, there's a little bit of regret. Maybe regret in leaving something, maybe regret in staying in something, maybe just regret of your own behavior or regret accepting behavior. It can come in many different forms. But what I'm seeing for you, Leo, with the High Priestess there, is that a lot of you are doing a bit of a subconscious purge, and this is a healthy thing because we have a beautifully aspected new moon coming up in Cancer, but it's going to activate your 12th house of the subconscious, of rest, retreat, and also self-sabotage. And it's going to be harmonizing with your 8th house of intimacy and emotional sharing in relationships, but also the place where jealousy is activated or fear is activated, or past relationship traumas are activated. Now, this is a beautiful new moon. It's well aspected, so don't worry. But it is going to be a new start for you in terms of how you heal yourself. So healing yourself is so different for other people. It's not one size fits all thing. Everyone has different opinions on what it means. For some people, it's simply time. For some people, it is journaling. For some people, it's seeing a therapist. For some people, it is Reiki healing. For some people, it's astrology. It looks different for everybody, but with the High Priestess there and the 6 of Cups as the outcome, I do think for a lot of you, there's a little bit of reflection, but there's also this beautiful coming together with somebody else that I'm seeing for you. So for a lot of you, this isn't going to be for everybody. I don't want to give anybody false hope, but for a lot of you with the Aquarius full moons coming back to back, because there's going to be 2 consecutively, and they're beginning this chapter and ending this chapter. For a lot of you with the 6 of Cups and the King of Cups and Strength, I think there is elevation into a new form of closeness with a significant other. And I think it's because you're doing some of this inner work where you're sort of reflective and you're thinking, maybe I shouldn't say these things, or maybe I should try this instead, or maybe I should open up a little bit more, or something like this. There's just this reflectiveness. And again, it's going to be different for everybody. But with the 7 of Cups here, I think a lot of you are pondering, because she, even in this card, she's kind of sitting looking at all the different fish. She's very reflective of what's going on around her. So for some of you, you could be dealing with a Pisces. But I get the sense that a lot of you are blooming emotionally. When there's a 12th house season, it's a time when you can have very vivid dreams. You can have very unusual dreams. You can have psychic dreams. I remember experiencing, whenever it was my 12th house season, I think it was in 2020, I remember having a very vivid dream about a stranger. And that stranger literally appeared in my life within a month. And the thing about the 12th house is that it can be very magical. It can have premonitions, but it can also just bring up your old fears. It can show you the future, but it can also show you the past and how they all weave together. There is no time, so to speak. It all lives in your head anyway. So with the 6 of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Strength card, for a lot of you, there's this burst of emotional satisfaction coming up for you that is on the other side of working through some past experiences or past memories, or just feeling kind of reflective in general of your own behavior or someone else's behavior. Now, for a lot of you, I have to say, if you're in an unhealthy relationship, those full moons can sometimes provoke this decision within you to walk. For others of you, it's going to provoke these feelings within you to commit. So there is a lot going on for you, but it looks, your outcome, Leo, whatever happens, you're going to be okay, because we have the Strength card. So you're going to be strong. You're going to feel like you are getting somewhere. And what I really love about this as well, if some of you are dealing directly with a water sign that you love and trust, there seems to be this dynamic whereby they're able to help you through whatever you're experiencing. Sometimes, not always, don't want to judge anybody, but sometimes if you're a fire sign, you can have trouble dealing with negative emotions. Perceived negative, because is there really negative or positive? They're just feelings. You can have trouble dealing with them. And no judgment there, because I'm an air sign moon, so I'm not judging you. But sometimes it can just be hard for you to process the tough stuff, which I think, a lot of people find that too. But if you have a water sign in your corner, they might actually be really good at helping you through that. And if you are dealing with a water sign, for a lot of you, this is your soulmate. Not for all of you, but for some of you, this is a really strong soulmate relationship based on strength, loyalty, power, understanding. And it's a really beautiful thing. But I do think with the Four of Pentacles underneath, a lot of you are being asked to open up this month, even if you find it hard. 10 of Wands, 4 of Cups, you find it heavy to share, or you just don't want to feel like a burden. I think some of you you want to share your feelings, but you don't want to feel like a burden, or you want to share your troubles, but you don't want to feel like a burden. Do you know what I mean? But with that 6 of Cups and the King of Cups, there's a lot of beautiful emotional play coming to you. I mean, we are leading into your season. And with the 6 of Cups, a lot of the time it can be birthdays. It can be meeting up with your old friends, meeting up with your family, celebrating together, feeling seen, feeling contented, feeling cocooned by the warmth of your emotional life. But there's a lot of beautiful emotional stuff happening for you, Leo, that I have to say, I do think it's based on something you're doing internally, like self-healing techniques. And another thing is with the Strength card here, it's making you command yourself with regal beauty. It's making you feel powerful. And I think with this month, you're going to look at the challenges that you've experienced, the things that have been testing you or pushing you, and you're going to think, wow, I'm doing a lot better than I thought. Or they're going to boost your confidence, especially those of you that are creative. They're going to boost your confidence. They're going to make you feel really empowered. And dealing with the emotional stuff, and maybe for some of you it's psychic stuff. Maybe some of you are uncovering psychic powers, or you're noticing signs and synchronicities, and you're maybe a little bit scared of it, or you're maybe really excited by it, whatever it is for you. You're sort of capturing that energy like it's art. You're really turning your abilities and your emotions into art. For some of you, that's literal. But for others of you, it's just this beautiful, poetic way of looking at your life. This beautiful way of being, I suppose, the main character, which is such a theme at the moment, or such a trend at the moment. But for you, it's real. For you, it's something you've always kind of got. For you, it's something you've always understood. But you can forget it sometimes when there's fixed T-square energies. And I'm not saying that this year is an easy one for you in general because of the fixed squares between Saturn and Uranus. They're not necessarily the easiest one for any fixed sign, but they are turning you into a diamond, because fixed pressure is what makes a diamond. So bear that in mind when you feel a little bit like you don't know what's going on, you don't know if there's any point in continuing. You're being turned into a diamond. And you're going to see that this month, because you're going to be glowing. You're going to be top of the popularity poll and you're going to be glowing. So, guiding children. Interesting. You're good at helping, counselling and healing children. Use your skills to help. Now, this is interesting, Leo, because the 6 of Cups is the card of children. So for some of you, you could be working with children, teaching children. For some of you, you could be having children, reuniting with your inner child, perhaps. And bright future. Okay, stop worrying. Everything's going to be fine. So for some of you, you're thinking of going into teaching. If you're thinking of going into teaching, this is your sign. If you're thinking of training to be a counsellor or a therapist or something like this. This is again a sign. It won't be for all of you. For some of you, you're just going to have a lot of fun with the kids in your life. Maybe you have children, maybe you have nieces, nephews. There's going to be a lot of good feeling with children, but also with the Bright Future card, you're heading into a period of brightness and good luck and good fortune. This is a winning hand here in your emotional life, but I do see a lot of you being very emotionally content, really very happy, which I love to see for you, and it makes complete sense with the conjunction. But Leo, if you want to join me in the extended, it's linked below. We go into all the different zodiac signs in it. We clarify all the cards. So if you'd like to join me there, you're more than welcome. And if this is where we say goodbye, have a beautiful July. Happy birthday for July, Leos, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.